Out to Ring Magazine. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez. Shout out to Keyshawn Davis. Shout out to Jermaine Ortiz. Shoo Harrington. Can't think of the dude he faced. All the guys that was on that card. Shout out to you guys. Great weekend of boxing. Boxing is back. The youngest is not afraid to be great. You know, and that's the beautiful thing about it. It's beautiful to see young athletes not afraid of being great, challenging themselves to be the best of them. We got to see a spectacular performance from, Shakur Stevenson, who closed the show, and we'll definitely say Shoo put on the performance. I want to say spectacular but it was because he got a little hurt, but it was still top tier. Shakur Stevenson, shout out to him. He did a spectacular performance against Teofimo. Now I just want to touch on that. It was interesting, throughout the years, watching all the content on Teofimo Lopez, even Rolly Romero to Ryan Garcia. It was a little group. They had a little posse. It was like anti-blackness type of stuff or whatever. Most of them was always against black fighters. Rolly was with the other dudes, and now I know he's mixed and whatever the case. Even Teofimo Lopez being Puerto Rican or whatever. But regardless of if you is black, if you don't claim black, it doesn't matter. So seeing Teofimo Lopez, and Shakur fight, it really pleased me. I was happy that Shakur was able to silence him and made him even apologize for slavery and apologize for his stupidity. I'm glad he humbled him, because evidently God didn't humble him before, because he had to these type of frantic talks. And God has a way of humbling you, so he could use others to humble you. I know about that, and you use your position to humble you too. So shout out to this weekend of boxing. Shout out to a great matchup between those two gentlemen. And yeah, I just wanted to touch on, like I said, the Ryan Garcias of the world, the Rolly Romero's of the world, the let's see, who else was it? Teofimo Lopez of the world. All y'all seen they got an L. Before y'all had an L, y'all was talking down on black fighters, or them particular black fighters, from Devin Haney to Shakur Stevenson to, I can't think of any other ones that was, Javante Davis, Y'all had a little vendetta against him, and now it came out on the reasoning why. And that's all because you was never able to accomplish what they were. So you was living in their shadows. And one thing about living in someone else's shadow, you never, like you're a shell of yourself. So he's been a shell of himself. And he's acting like he's being himself by being outlandish or talking crazy. But it showed that's not truly him. And that's not who he is. He's a shell of himself now because of the loss. But he was a shell of himself before the loss. For trying to be something that he wasn't. The whole monkeys and bananas things, it's just very just disappointing, because that's what us as black men deal with every day. We see the underhanded compliments and the backhanded compliments, or we can see the prejudice antics of these people that are pretending to be something that they're not. You could tell that Teofimo Lopez Sr. raised him to be that way. It's interesting when you do have kids, you don't want them to be racist or prejudiced towards anybody. You want them to be understanding of what the prejudices what prejudices do exist, but you don't want them to delve into that. It's like just because it's a crowd that doesn't like this person doesn't mean that that person's not good. It's just that crowd doesn't like them. And this white colonialism type of thought process has been killing sports for that same reason. Um, we know that majority of black athletes dominate um, sports, right? Whatever sport that they're in. Um, so, you know, to have that, the Willie Lynch type of thing, you want to put this guy against that guy, or the type of thought process that's trying to divide and conquer is quite interesting, because this is what we go through on a normal basis. So when we see it from somebody, it's easy to spot and to, hey, look at this guy. He doesn't really, you know, like black guys are. Hey, look at this guy. He doesn't, really like white guys or whatever it is. But Teofimo Lopez' dad did horrible. He needs a new trainer. Uh, whether it's from all the dads that seem to be in boxing that teach their kids, they seem to have this handicap on their kids, and that handicap prevents them from being great. And that was a clear sign there with Teofimo Lopez, that his dad has been handicapping him. Um, you know, Hopefully he does get a good trainer, somebody else that's not black, because we know he don't like black people. Uh, yeah, hopefully he gets somebody along that lines can help teach him. Um, and go from there and see. Hopefully challenge yourself against some more people. Hopefully he fights Keyshawn Davis. Since Shakur can hit, he got pillow hands. He's not that nice. Like you said, but he showed dotted you up, man. Shout out Shakur for doing that. Shout out Ring Magazine for putting it together. Turkey Al-Sheikh. Um, and boxing is back. It's back. We can also touch on the brawl between who? Yours truly, Devin Haney, pops Bill Haney, and then Tiger Johnson. Bro, the first brawl, Bill Haney wasn't even involved in, Tiger. But you seen blood. So the second brawl, I'm sure that you came at Bill Haney, and he got to defend himself. I don't agree with people jumping fighters, but if a fighter put himself in that situation, you should get jumped. Last time I checked, ain't no fucking fair in fighting. You got to protect the prize. You think they're not going to protect the prize? Bill Haney, hence, who been the guy that's set the road out for Devin Haney. You think they're not going to protect him? You lost your mind. Or him protect himself. Like, you're not supposed to let nobody just well out, on you, do something wrong to you. It got to be. Got to be even playing fields, right? So, even playing fields, when I say something, means like this. If you do something to me, I'm liable to do something to you. And it's not even on my pain compared to your pain. That's not even. You can't, it didn't hurt you as much. You can't tell me what hurt me. So Bill probably was hurt off of you feeling like he even did something wrong when he was protecting you. I know how that is. You protecting somebody, then they want to come out on you. That brings even more fuel to the fire. Especially when you didn't do nothing wrong and you were just trying to help. But then they take it out on you like you wasn't helping when you was just trying to stop the whole thing. You wasn't trying to get involved. You was trying to stop it. And Tiger involved Bill in something that he wasn't involved in. And that's when it escalated to something that it shouldn't have been for me. For the beginning of them jumping them and punching on them and all that other stuff. If you swinging on multiple dudes, be ready to fight multiple dudes or don't swing. You know, if you never been in a brawl, you know, 4, 5 dudes. If you ain't never been in a brawl, then why are you brawling, right? So, if you're gonna be a boxer, to keep the shit in the ring, you know, you shouldn't let what someone says flare you up to a point where you got to do something. Or if it's affecting you like that, you need to get away from them. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're triggering you to do something, and you're putting yourself in a triggering situation instead of changing the situation or maybe how you think, you know, for what's triggering you. Neither here nor there. Shout out Bill. Shout out, you know, Tiger. Hope he heals up. Hope he's well emotionally and physically. Woo! That time. Shout out to, you know, Devin Haney too. Shakur. Shout out to Keyshawn. Fuck you, actually, T.O. I'm not shouting you out. Ain't no shout out. You dissed us too much, man. Can't shout shit out about you. But I'd love to catch a fade with you. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you think Najee came at you, boy? It's certain stuff motherfuckers will do to you. You wouldn't be able to do shit. All that fighting shit, like punching shit ain't gonna work. You gotta do more than learn how to punch. You know, some people know how to kick. And some people know how to do some other shit too. But shout out to boxing is back. Shout out to Shakur for that ass whooping. Shout out to Keyshawn for that demonstration. You know, greatness is gonna be great. Remember this. You can hate, but that ain't gonna stop greatness from being great. All it's gonna do is add fuel to the fire. Keep being great, Shakur. Keep being great, Keyshawn. And stay together. Don't let nobody divide you all, because that's what people want to see. People want to see that relationship fall, because they've had relationship fall. So they're just hoping that you guys don't make it. You know, hoping that they can talk about it and it can become content. You know, just how you guys made content on others about certain situations, they want to make content on you. So stay together, stay strong, keep your integrity, keep your morals, your principles, keep your honor, your dignity. Just remember that all money's not good money. And it's better to not say nothing at all than to say something disrespectful. Been working on that, man, my whole life. God bless.